Hey, is this me? I can't tell.
It's album review time, baby. Amorphis with Under the Red Cloud. I'm here to talk about it. It's their 12th album. It's on Nuclear Blast Records, and it came out on September 4th. That's all you need to know. It's a good album. Very good album. Amorphis has just had an incredible career, in my opinion. Albums such as Tales of the Thousand Lakes, Silent Waters, Skyforger, are just classic albums in my opinion. They've definitely been on a roll recently with Silent Waters is incredible. Skyforger is my favorite Amorphis album. The Beginning of Times is solid. I thought 2013 Circle was really, really good. And I just love Amorphis' sound. I love the atmosphere that they always create with every album. It's almost like, they can get really fucking heavy back to how they used to be, but they're so melodic and they're so beautiful, and they put it all together in just one of the best ways, in my opinion. And they're just one of the best bands in metal today. And Under the Red Cloud, I am here to say I believe is seriously one of their best albums. I'm going to start with one of the best things Amorphis has had going for them recently, and that is their production. Their production is so fucking unbelievable, in my opinion. It is so crystal clear. There's, sometimes when there's so much going on, you can hear just everything so perfectly. I'm like, how do you do this? I don't know how you do it, but they must have a really good fucking, producer and engineer over yonder. And that's definitely one of the best parts. I love with Amorphis kind of how they can get some really different sounds going on in their music. Lots of different inspirations, and Death of the King is definitely one of the better tracks on here. That lead just sounds so cool, and it's so catchy, and that's just a phenomenal song, and definitely a highlight of the album. Another thing I really like about Amorphis, always, is, you listen to their songs and you might be like, they sort of sound samey, but when you really dig deep into them, you can find so much there and so much variety. And this album has a lot of variety on it. They have some very heavy moments, and then, I think I can't speak right now. I think the track The Skull is probably a great example of the variety they can pack into one song. That song goes through so many different emotions and moments, and it's awesome. And that's the thing. I feel like every song on here has that one moment where you're like, yes, whether it's the verse, the chorus, the riff, whatever, the lead, whatever, it has that one moment that make you go, yes, this is awesome. I think another great track is one of the ones they put out before the album came out is Sacrifice. I mean, that's just a classic Amorphis track, and with their most recent sound, it kind of does everything you want. And one of the things about Amorphis is vocally they're just incredible. Tommy is an incredible vocalist, and it's just an incredible beautifulness to him. It always seems like he's hitting the right notes. He's singing, his vocal patterns are just sung appropriately. It just feels so right. That's what I guess I'm trying to say. I love and I always feel recently that they've used their heavy vocals, that when they've, the growls, they've used them so appropriately, but it's mostly his clean singing, which is great, and the choruses are always so fucking good, man. Like I was talking about with Soilwork, I feel like they always put a lot of effort into their choruses, and I feel Amorphis does the same thing, and, that's awesome. But I think guitar-wise, this is a solid album too. The second track, which is blanking on me, starts off with a very, very good lead that is just catchy and just really, the guitar is what creates such a strong atmosphere on an Amorphis album, and their leads are always fucking top notch, and I love how a lot of times they're the centerpiece of the song almost. They almost write around the lead, and that's awesome. But a lot of times the riffs are solid. Amorphis isn't going to blow you away with their technicality. They're not no technical death metal band. They're not Archspire. Whatever. They're going to blow you away with how strong their songwriting is, the atmosphere that they create throughout the album, and just everything about them is incredible. And I mean, there's not too much to say about this album. I really think that this is Amorphis doing what Amorphis has been doing for the past 10 fucking years and almost their whole career, and that's just writing great music and just putting it all together and executing. And I feel this album just really executes probably better than probably the best one since Skyforger, in my opinion. Yeah, it's good, man. 9 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this album, and stay cute.